Due to the mature and graphic subject matter, viewer discretion is advised.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think if you lie about a crime, you gotta do the time.
We're two guys who think vegetarians should just mind their own business.
We're two guys who think the divorce rate would be 80% if a man didn't lose half.
We're two guys who think anyone caught driving without car insurance should have their vehicle impounded.
The John and Jeff
The
Show.
John and Jeff Show.
10 years long, 10 years strong.
Frosty, Heidi, and Frank, we're two guys and Frosty.
Not sure I know how to take that.
Come on, that's funny.
Sorry. So at the end of last break, Frank had regurgitated something I wasn't going to mention today because it's, disturbing.
It's only disturbing if it's true on Friday during our Who's Going to Hell, our first version in 2009, Frosty passed out, fell out of his chair, and I thought it was horrible acting, but I was concerned. I mean, I play the clip again for you, and there was definitely concern in my voice. Let me play it one more time. The smaller clip, right where Frosty's laughing and passing out, about 46 seconds long. You mean underfed?
Underfed. Oh, underfed.
Underfed.
Oh, my God. What a douche.
Well,
he can't even possibly
recognize the word.
Recognize the word. Relate.
Underfed has never been part of Frosty's vocabulary. Oh my God! Did he just fall off the chair? Is he all right? Is he all right?
I don't know.
No, seriously. Are you okay?
Yes.
Come on, Shatner, get up. You can't be looking like you do and then just fake passing out on the floor.
I think he really passed out, Frank.
Did you really? All right, so there's a quick version of what happened on Friday at Frosty when he fell out of his chair, claiming that he was acting, but Heidi, from her point of view, her angle, she could see all of Frosty and said that he was passed out.
Now, when I really get into a role,
please.
I have such command of my entire body.
Butter, jelly,
or a bagel, or a donut. I can control my eyes. I can make them roll into the top of my head and make my breathing stop.
Right. And make your body go completely
So what you're saying is that you really did pass out.
Well, here's the thing. Was I acting? Yes and no. You guys, I hope, will back me up on this. And I hate to bust myself because I'd like you to believe that everything I do is absolutely true. But in this specific example, I knew the word was underfed, not underfed. Because going into the commercials, I told you guys, when I first read this at home last night online, I saw the word underfed and thought it was underfed and thought that was funny. What the hell is underfed? Oh, you idiot, it's underfed.
Right.
I said, I'm going to do that on the air. So I knew that I was intentionally mispronouncing the word.
Mm-hmm.
For comic effect.
Right.
Which I, in my stupid brain, was going to follow, acting like I didn't know what the word was, and then laugh about it, hysterically.
We gotcha.
Thinking that would be funny, looking really stupid.
No, it was funny.
Right.
So up until the point where you hear the laughing turn into a wheeze, I'm acting. Now, Heidi's right. Friday, because I've been trying to lick this damn cold, which I'm about over, very, very bad coughing cold.
Mm-hmm.
I've had since Christmas, since I flew. Friday, I was on Robitussin and Dayquil, as you mentioned, and what you didn't mention was, being a big, strong man, and you did mention this off the air, I drink straight from the bottle. I don't measure the doses.
You're right.
You're supposed to pour it in a spoon. You pointed out one time, Heidi, I think we went to commercials, and I just tipped the bottle of Robitussin up and
just glug, glug. And I went, I think you're supposed to measure that out.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Now, because what we do is talk, and I really don't feel like coughing on the air, though I do have off to my side a big towel I sometimes bury my head in to hide the cough a little. I'd been coughing a lot Friday, and it was getting worse towards the end of the show. So I had chugged way too much Robitussin. I had exceeded, probably tripled the dose you're supposed to have of Dayquil. It says once every 4 hours, a spoonful.
I'm glad you drove home.
Yeah, and took 2 shots of whiskey and a beer and heart medication.
And, okay, the 2 shots of whiskey we did right in a row during the Stay or Go feature. The beer, I'd only had a couple drinks from. I hadn't finished the beer, but yeah, beer as well.
Fair enough.
Lipitor for cholesterol, and the blood pressure medicine, which one side effect is giving you lightheadedness.
Yeah.
It can. I had not experienced it until I decided to, in the guise of comedy, laugh myself and deprive myself of oxygen. Yes, I passed out.
I told you.
But here's why it's weird. Until I went online over the weekend, and I'm reading some of, the MySpace group chat rooms, this and that. People were talking about that. And there was an audio clip of what you played, the whole segment.
They did?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I heard it. And what's weird, I swear to you, now this is not acting. This is the truth. So help me God.
That's how I know. See, here's how I know you're a bad actor, because I knew that wasn't acting. Like, no.
We know when you're acting.
Okay, right. That was real.
It's kind of like, this is weird. I don't know if everyone who passes out is like what happened to me, but in my brain, there was no splice.
Right.
My conscience, when it left, and when it restarted, the void in the middle where I'm coughing terribly, and then it's silent and I'm on the floor with my eyes in the back of my head. I don't remember that.
Well, that's anytime you pass out.
In my brain, it was seamless. In my brain, afterwards, when you said, are you passing out? I'm going, no, I'm acting. I did not remember that I had passed out. I didn't know I'd passed out.
So when you heard the clip, you heard the time that went by.
Yes, and then I got goosebumps. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you lost. That was lost.
Not only did I pass out, I didn't know I did.
Right.
Now, the really bad coughing you hear start was real, because this bad cough, I triggered that in a way that I couldn't stop. And that, plus the blood pressure medicine, plus the overdose of Dayquil and Robitussin and the shots of whiskey, I deprived myself of air. And when I doubled over, I kind of, the last thing I remember is laughing so hard, I thought it'd be funny if I doubled over. That was my last brain's intention. And Heidi's right. We're up in these chairs that sit very high. They're almost as high as a high chair. You couldn't use these at your dining room table.
Right.
My feet don't touch the floor. They're a foot off the floor. They're dangling. That's how high these chairs are.
So when
here.
he bent over,
I fell out of my chair.
Yeah, because even he goes, I faked it. But see, here's the thing. Even if you fake fall out of a chair, no matter how good an actor you are, you will catch yourself a little bit. You'll use your arm to catch yourself. You'll catch yourself enough so that you don't really thud and break a rib on the ground. He really thudded. And
first
I stood up because when I looked over, I thought, boy, I had that moment of, I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do if he hadn't woken up on his own. What do you know?
No, I think the proper response to someone who's passed out is, well, it's Frosty anyway. You grab a pillow and you put it over their face.
And then you go, problem solved. All right.
I also, when I fell out of my chair, because these chairs are high. This room is built very high counters. It's nice, but as I say, I'm sitting 3.5 feet up in the air.
They're stools, basically.
Stools, there you go. Yeah. When I fell over and hit the chair next to me, which was just a foot.
How do you remember that?
Well, I remember doubling over, and I know that because I ended up on the floor, and that when I woke up, so to speak, the chair was 3 feet away and paper scattered.
There was no doubt in my mind that he passed out.
What you don't know is, from the angle when I went off to the side, when I fell over, I almost broke my neck on the chair.
Well,
because I have the stiffest neck.
Right.
That's from hitting the chair.
I didn't realize you had a neck.
No.
His fat protected him.
But that's from hitting the chair.
You're wearing a brace.
On the way down.
It was a bad fall.
And see, that itself might have knocked me out, snapping my neck.
Honestly, what scared me the most is because I saw you laying there, and I knew that you were very, very still.
I couldn't see. All I could see from looking over this counter was just your giant ass.
Yeah, you don't have a shot of the floor. There's things in the way.
When you hear me saying, is he okay? Because your ass wasn't moving. It was just lying there.
And that's when you hear me go, I don't know.
Can we hear it one more time? And notice when the laughing and wheezing suddenly goes silent. I don't know if you'll hear the chair being...
you'll hear the thud, because you don't make a soft landing.
Now, I'm going to go here when my memory shuts off. And I mean this. I think I can spot it when I have no recollection of what's going on. And then I'll say, I'm back, when I remember being back. Because seriously, even those first couple things I say, I don't remember saying.
Well, exactly.
Listen to his voice, too. It is different and freaked out. B sent an email saying, I love Heidi, but she didn't sound concerned on Friday. Frank did, though. Replay the clip and listen. So when we listen for Heidi, you really weren't concerned. You're like, yeah, I don't know.
But I was concerned. I was just that nervous, like, wow, is this show?
There's no nervousness here. I was concerned. Heidi didn't give a damn. Listen, Frosty.
I did.
Listen, here's the clip.
Please.
You mean underfed?
Underfed. Oh, underfed.
Underfed.
Oh, my God. What a douche.
Well,
he can't even possibly
recognize the word.
Recognize the word. Relate.
Underfed has never been part of Frosty's vocabulary. Oh, my God. Did he just fall off the chair? Is he all right? Is he all right?
I don't know.
No, seriously. Are you okay?
Yes.
Come on, Shatner. Get up. You can't be looking like you do and then just fake passing out on the floor.
I think he really passed out, Frank.
Did you really pass out?
No, I was fine.
Look at Krista's face. Krista stood up. She's like, oh, my God, Frosty's dead.
It's my esteemed acting skills.
You remember saying that? It's my esteemed acting skills?
What I remember is me being on the floor, obviously, and you saying, oh, come on, once you admit it, you passed out. I remember you saying that, but I don't remember anything that was said before, including what I said back.
Do you remember making that first noise you made? Yeah.
So, no, not at all. So in my brain, what I thought I had done was laughed very hard, did the bend over, ended up on the floor, and then as I'm standing up, you're going, oh, come on, you admitted you passed out. In my brain, I hadn't.
Right.
So all that middle part, I didn't know happened. Isn't that the weirdest thing?
Well, yeah, I think anytime you're
on the air.
And it's a weird...
Well, you're not taking care of yourself at all.
No.
I mean, to do all that stuff. And I even, in joking, said, looking like you do, you can't fake.
Well, and the healthiest
falling
person...
down
right.
on the ground, because you are going to die.
The healthiest person, Frosty, shouldn't be doing what you're doing as far as the medication.
What have we learned from this? Mr. Stillwell's learned from this. By the way, I have another physical coming up in 6 weeks, and I will have the blood pressure medicine checked, because, again, I remember when I got on it, she said the side effect is lightheadedness.
Are you going to be honest, though? You can tell her you were drinking whiskey shots and chugging Robitussin?
Yeah, because I'm sure all that combined. Plus, I was depriving myself of air by laughing like a hyena. Right. What I've learned from this is I'm not invincible. I can't...
Wow. You thought you were.
I can't laugh like that anymore without passing out. And by golly, do you see... Well, I said by golly. How corny am I?
You did, by gum.
Well, by diggity. Do you see any medicine in front of me today except for the Hall's cough drops? I will, if I ever use Dayquil and Robitussin again, I'm going to follow the directions.
Maybe
I'm not going to
cough drops that did it.
Oh, there's no medicine in there. It's just
it's just candy.
It's just candy. You just admitted there's no medicine in there.
So throw them away.
We all know you're supposed to follow
During the break, he was like totally oral and, given one of those things oral.
No, and when you go back to, I know on the air, I just want to clarify this because it did concern me when I got home over the weekend. You
didn't sound concerned.
Well, it was tough on the air because I got to be,
I sounded concerned.
Keep it light and fun, but I saw it and went, I had a little nervous thing going too because I thought, oh my God. Because his eyes, when he woke up, scared me. And all weekend, I was just kind of concerned about it. I thought, I want to bring it up to Frank, and I was going to call you, and I thought, no, I'll save it for Monday. And I talked to the Italian, and I said, I think he really passed out. And it just worried me, because I thought, I don't know if I would know what to do if you hadn't woken up. What do you do to somebody? Smelling salts? Do you wet washcloth?
No, you call 911.
You weren't by my side when I got up. You were still sitting
How
in
do you know? You didn't even know where I was.
Well,
I was right here.
You never got up. Did you get up?
No, you weren't there.
Did she get out of her chair?
No, you didn't. You didn't even stand up.
I did too.
You were sitting down, as I recall, when I woke up, so to speak. You weren't over my body.
The only reason you cared over the weekend because you realized how you didn't respond and how you didn't care, and now you feel guilty because you actually did see his eyes, and I couldn't even see him. So, but I was more concerned than you were. And even Krista got up. Even Steve got up and ran around looking into the window.
Oh, I want to hear what they have to say about it.
Krista, you look... Because Krista sits behind me. She's in another room. There's a window separating us. But if she stands, she could see exactly where I was on the floor. Did you stand up and see me?
Oh, yeah. I was really worried because I was thinking, should I run in there and try to do CPR? Because I knew you were completely out.
How did you know? What was my face doing? Was my tongue out?
Well, no. I saw the way you fell, and you just went kaploop, and then your foot kind of jerked, and that's how you knew, I knew that you were definitely out because your foot jerked. And
you were
normally,
like a fish.
It almost seemed like you had like a seizure the way your foot moved, so I knew you weren't joking.
So the fall you knew was way beyond just someone being theatrical. You knew it was a collapse, pass out, this guy's in trouble.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you come in the room to help me?
No, I wanted to. I saw Heidi stand up for a second to kind of lean over and look.
She just stood up to fix her jeans. And sat back down.
So we have two people who think I'm dying, yet neither one sprung into action to revive me. That's interesting.
You'll be fine.
Very interesting.
That's why I said I wouldn't know what to do.
No, I know Steve got up and ran around and looked through the window at you. Steve, what did you see from your angle?
I saw Jack Bauer and 24's on tonight from 8 to 10.
We're such whores.
No, actually, I do see Jack Bauer. I'm in another room, and I can only kind of see Frosty. And I didn't see him fall, but I did get up and looked and saw him on the floor. And the point that I looked, he was like thrashing around. So I thought he was just faking it, doing that Frosty faking it.
But then he got, so then you must step back down. Then he got really super still.
Wow.
Teresa emailed saying, it's too bad he didn't pee himself when he passed out. That'd have been great radio.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, but I do that every day.
Did you dribble a little bit when you got home? Did you have some dribble stains?
See, this is
no, because I didn't know. Again, when I got home, I didn't know I passed out. That's the weirdest thing. I can't even impress on you how my brain views this.
When did you realize?
This is news. When I went online over the weekend and something. Can you believe this?
There is a medical term for this. It's called fat rush. That fat people lean over.
Shut up.
You got to tie their shoes or anything else. They probably have blood pressure problems because they're fat, and it's called fat rush.
And you squeeze the air out of your lungs, maybe? Because I was laughing really hard there. And then when the laugh turned to a cough, see that damn cold, that cough, I couldn't stop.
And then you couldn't get your breath.
I couldn't get air.
Yeah.
Then I did bend over, and then it was lights out. Weirdly, I don't remember this.
It's bizarre because it's like you said that there's no splice in your tape, and that's the same thing. That's why it's bizarre to have surgery or something. You're going in to have dental work, and they have to put you out, and you go, all right, and they go, all right, we're going to get started, and then they wake up and go, how you doing? And you're like, you don't even know that they'd already, and you're done.
Yes, it's
and
like
you're
that.
like, whoa.
It's like a coma patient who wakes up and still thinks Reagan is president. Still thinks they're married or something.
We have a rough audience today. You guys need to get over it. Who cares about Frosty passing out? They just don't like anything today.
Yeah, well.
Well, go buy an iPod, douche.
What else can I
could care less.
If
at
I
this
stuck
point.
my hand in my heart,
Be careful.
do it all over
Don't
the stage.
don't
Would it satisfy you? Would it make you higher?
Somebody's already photoshopped me giving Frosty CPR.
Which he didn't do, by the way.
I couldn't even see you. I said I saw your big ass just motionless.
Who would have...
And normally it's jiggling.
But let's say the 10 seconds of pass out, give or take, it turned into 30 seconds and then a minute and you knew something was wrong.
Well, that's, yeah.
Someone's going to have to come over here and start breathing into my mouth.
I would have. Had you not woken up.
Do you know CPR or you just start breathing into his mouth?
Well, I think I hope I wouldn't hurt him. I think we would have called 911, but that was honest to God over the weekend. That was my thing, is that I really should probably know if considering we work with him and all the bad things he does to his body, I should know what to do if somebody passes out, because I honestly don't know.
I was going to honor your wish and not turn the microphones off. Because you said that you hope to work to be 97 and die on the air.
Well, yeah,
this happened a lot sooner than,
not a lot.
Not a lot sooner than 97, but I was going to leave the microphones on, and I'll turn them around all over you, so when the EMTs came in, you'd hear live action of Frosty trying to be revived, or if he actually died on the air.
Flatlining.
Good, because it's the ultimate reality show. What a way to go out. You can't script stuff like that. Make sure the beeping machine has a microphone.
Yeah, I got to get one of those sound effects in here. You dying.
Just put the microphone in the actual machine, and it'll probably be
flatlining. Have a machine that dies.
Well, that's kind of negative. You have a dying machine ready to play for when I finally...
Well, hell, you died over a scripted comedy line.
So they say. I don't remember.
You just told everybody.
Wow. It's crazy. He doesn't even remember.
You opened up the curtain and said, I read that at home and I thought it'd be funny, and so I told him, and then I laughed at my own joke that I already told everyone I was going to laugh at off the air.
How do I know you didn't script in silence into that segment, like splice in, like electronically accentuate my...
Because you said you heard it over the weekend?
Yeah, but I'm hearing is the recording. I don't remember the reality. Here's my point. I hope you all learned from this, because
you need to learn
from it. I hope you all learned from it, because I really have. Follow the directions on the over-the-counter stuff.
And take better care of yourself.
I've always abused drinks of NyQuil and Robitussin, not thinking there was any repercussion. There is.
Well, there's warning on there for a reason.
I know.
Ding dong.
But I'm not the only one who drinks straight from the bottle and just assumes that's a spoonful. No. The directions are there for a reason, and I will not do that again.
Maybe it's your weight. I mean, maybe people who are in shape aren't going to pass out from, it's a recommended dosage. I think you can take more than that and not have the instant effects, the side effects that you had.
Well, you don't mix it with alcohol.
Yeah, and mix that much things with your, physique.
True.
Like I said, you're in no shape to be acting like you're dying.
Well, I am.
Because it's believable.
I was sick. I did have a cold. That is a legitimate, real cough I couldn't stop. I have been fighting the flu, as you can hear now. So that's part of it, too. I was sick and weak. You cut the air supply off. You got all those stimulants. Just think if I died with the police report, I'd look like River Phoenix. In his blood, it looked like Heath Ledger. In his blood system, we found Dayquil, Robitussin, blood pressure medicine, Lipitor, whiskey, beer, sugar, cream, butter.
And Dad would have been like, damn, man, that guy could rock and roll.
It'd make it look, my parents would think I was a drug addict.
Yeah. That darn Los Angeles got to him.
That's disturbing. They think I was on drugs.
Then stop it.
What else would they find in your stomach?
Oh, boy.
That you'd be embarrassed about.
Cream.
I don't think that causes you to pass out, though.
Not
during an autopsy, you'd find that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Gravy.
Yeah. So, Rod Stewart never passed out, so I guess that's not part of it.
Obviously, he doesn't chew his food. Here's whole slices of pizza.
Still in the box.
Oh, God. Slow down, man.
All right, we have your calls as well. 888-520-9710. Thanks for bringing this up. I wasn't going to because it was really disturbing.
Why weren't you going to? I mean,
it's disturbing.
Were your friends? Why not bring it up that you were really scared?
I wasn't entirely
He
comfortable.
wasn't scared because he didn't even know what happened. That's why I find bizarre.
Until I really thought it out and realized why it happened, I wasn't entirely comfortable. Again, I have a physical coming up in a few weeks, and I will mention this. I think I know the answer, though. Things we talked about. But it was just weird. I don't know. But what this tells me is two things. One, if I really collapse, you're always going to sit there and be worried but not doing anything. And two, you don't appreciate my financing skills.
Did you hear my voice on that clip, Frosty. Here's another one. Glenn saying, you could hear Heidi very clearly the whole time, so there's no way she stepped away from the mic.
Well, I
it
can
did
pull
seem
my
like
mic.
she wasn't very upset, unlike Frank.
Oh, please. I can pull my mic with me.
See, Heidi didn't even care if you were
standing
dying.
up right now.
Like she was.
I don't know,
Did
Frank.
she stand or not, Frank? Do you remember? Did she even get out of her chair?
I was watching you. You were down here on the ground, way over there, and I know. And I went, I don't know, Frank. And I looked at him, and I said, I think you really passed out.
So had I stopped breathing, you would stay, what, that's 8, 9, 10 feet away? I'm suffocating over here, and you're doing a radio show.
Gosh, I need to make the paper. Of course I would have
save the ratings, let me die.
Yeah. So don't listen to any of those whiny douchebags, Frank. This is a very fascinating discussion. I was worried myself on Friday because I could hear from the earnestness of your voice that something serious happened. So look at that. Right. Instantly, I was concerned about you, unlike
now he's
Heidi.
the actor.
Did I pass out again? I heard like a music bed start and then stop. Have I gone through another blackout period?
You were gone for about 15 minutes.
They're calling this the Great Fairy Faint of 2009.
Oh, my God. No, we can do a better name than that.
Well, if you can come up with a better name for the Great Fairy Faint of 09. 888-520-9710 is the number. You can email me at letsbefrank971@msn.com.
Can I say my line I've said for 9 years, but it fits here? Can I say it? Can I say it?
Okay.
Has this ever happened to you?
Have you ever fainted?
Frosty, Heidi, and Frank.
97.1 FM Talk.
With Frosty, Heidi, and Frank.
What would you call Frosty's fainting spell of 09?
I guess. Live on the air Friday.
Frosty, fainted on Friday's show. Camille writes Humpty Dumpty's Fall of 09. She also wrote, I guess, the nursery rhyme along with it. Humpty Dumpty fell off a chair. Humpty Dumpty has really bad hair. Krista, Steve, and Frank were there, and you could plainly hear that Heidi didn't care.
Nice. I like that.
That's not true at all. I'm the one who came in concerned.
That's because you felt guilty.
I didn't feel guilty.
You felt guilty for not caring.
No, I felt guilty for not knowing what to do if in fact...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Seeing how you are in a stressful situation when you have to react and be, the person in charge, we just count you out.
Crumble.
You just crumble.
We'll get your calls in about 2 seconds, but what's odd is, again, I didn't know I'd passed out until the weekend when I went online and heard the clip. So
I can't believe people have the clip.
So as I recall, Friday's show, and this is the last hour of the show when this happened, after we went, off the air, 2 commercials, so to speak, I don't recall you guys either one saying, did you really pass out?
Well, I didn't know you did. I couldn't see you, and then you said, no, I didn't.
That was on the air.
I thought you were just super overacting.
Well,
I didn't want to embarrass you.
But because I thought if you're really concerned, why didn't you ask me? And then I go, what were you talking about? But you didn't say that,
I didn't want to embarrass you because I thought he had to have known he passed out because I knew he passed out. I saw his eyes. His eyes is, that when he woke up after the 5 seconds of being bye-bye, sleepy, his eyes were that, what?
Really?
Huh?
Then she said you turned white.
Then you went white. And so I thought the fact that he wasn't admitting it, because if that had happened to me, I'd have been like, oh my God, you guys, I just totally made myself pass out.
But you don't know you passed out.
Now I'm totally freaked out. I know.
Yeah, but if right now, Frosty, you're sitting here doing the show, and the next thing you know, you wake up in your Jack Silver's office. I mean, are you going to be like, wait a second, how did I get here?
Right.
You would acknowledge the fact that you had a skip in time?
Yeah, if I showed up somewhere else.
You woke up on the floor.
No, I wasn't conscious. I guess I was on the floor and standing up, but I have no recollection of that. When you played it back last time, I said I'm back. When I was pretty much back in my chair is when my recollection comes back with you saying, come on, dude, admit it, you passed out. I was pretty much already seated.
So you had no idea what I was even talking about when I said admit it, you passed out? You had no idea what I was talking about?
Well, I knew that I'd coughed and then gone off mic to the side to wheeze. And went down. I bent over. I remember doing that.
But you don't remember falling on the chair.
And when I bend over, I go behind computer monitors, and I'm out of vision from Frank. So that it didn't mean anything to me because there was no passed out in my mind. So I blew that.
How does Wade revive you when you bend over?
For God's sakes.
That way we know what to do.
Wade is in Canada.
Next time it happens, what's he do?
September.
He slap you? On the tuchus?
No, but I think that was my thing. I didn't want you to be embarrassed because I thought if I were in that situation, then you're on the air and it was like everybody's looking at you and you're still a little confused. And I didn't want to put you on the spot because I thought if it were me and that had happened, I would have been like, oh my God, you guys, this totally passed out. Now I'm freaked out. Do you think I'm okay? Is there something wrong with me? I would have just acknowledged it. I
wonder how many people pass out walking down the sidewalk and then wake up and keep walking and they don't know they were laying there for 30 seconds. Because that part of your brain is like it doesn't exist. It's a black hole. You don't know that you passed out.
Here's an email saying, hey, Frank, I'm just glad Frosty didn't faint when he was riding a scooter. Don't do that again.
No, Frosty, don't do that.
Well, I'm not on the Robitussin.
I don't think that had everything to do with it.
I think you're blaming the Robitussin and everything else, but it's really your physical condition. I mean, there's kids, teenagers. Remember, I used to be able to drink when you were young, and then wake up and drink, and just it was never ending. You never really felt the effects.
Never felt bad.
When you get old, you start feeling things you break apart or fall apart. Well, kids do drink bottles of Robitussin for fun, Frosty, and they never pass out. They drink it for the high you can get.
Yes, but that's just Robitussin. You add overdose of Dayquil and blood pressure medicine, Lipitor, whiskey, and I mean...
But you're not adding one... When you say look at everything there, you're not adding your physical condition. And I don't even think you're supposed to take... Charles says he hates being sick because he's on high blood pressure medication, and you're not supposed to take anything for like antihistamines or things like that, Robitussin, because of that. You're not supposed to take any medicine.
Oh.
And your doctor never said that?
Well, they gave me a pamphlet, which I didn't read. And look, none of you read your pamphlets either.
If it's high blood pressure medication, and
nobody
need to take it or
that's pretty serious.
You might die.
Yeah.
Well, I know this now. Hindsight, yes, I know. Last time you got a pill and then you had 27 pages of fine print. Did you read all the warnings?
But the highlights are usually don't drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Don't.
Those are the big things, yeah.
The big things, maybe you go, it might cause anal leakage. Well, maybe you didn't get to that.
There's a long list of things if you start getting anal leakage, then you go look at the pamphlet.
Right.
But the things like don't drink on this, must eat with food.
Right, must take pill with food or will pass out and
We all
throw
know
out.
what you're supposed to do, but I don't know a single person who follows it to the letter.
Well, you might want to start.
I will now.
That could have gone horribly
because you don't take medication that often. So when I get it, like when I had the vocal cord surgery, they gave me steroids and antibiotic and other things and reflux medication and stool softener.
And you had shots of whiskey on Friday's show.
Because they gave me codeine. Well, yeah, but I'm not on any of that stuff anymore. It's been 3 weeks since my surgery.
You didn't.
Yeah. And they gave me the codeine cough syrup. But codeine caused constipation. That's why they gave me the stool softeners.
Who knew?
But who knew? I knew. Why? Because I read everything.
Right.
Why do I need this? Why do I need this? When do I take this? Because I didn't want to miss anything.
Or mix something at wrong time.
Or F myself up.
Person than I. Look, I'm not defending my stupid actions. I'm not in any way defending what I did. I'm saying I won't do it again. I'm saying I won't do it again, and you shouldn't do it either, people. Read the directions, follow the dosage, don't drink cough medicine and Dayquil straight from the bottle, chugging it down.
Frosty.
If you're on high blood pressure medicine, know what the side effects are. If you're on Lipitor, know what the side effects are, and don't mix whiskey with it. And when you're sick with a cold, don't cough yourself to the point where you start losing oxygen. You add all those things together, and yes, I end up on the floor.
How about the cookie finally crumbles?
Ah.
What we're going to call this episode.
I don't like that one.
The blubber bounce of 09.
Don't like that one at all.
2009 and On Your Behind.
No.
That was Joe one-legged Jersey, just trying to help out.
Jersey. Hello, Billy.
Hey, guys. Happy New Year.
You too.
I've got a parallel story to Frosty's with a little scary twist. About 10 years ago, I had a horrible cold that went into my chest, and I started the morning with a hot dose of Theraflu. About an hour later, we hit the Tylenol cold and flu tablet, and then I started chugging out of the bottle, just like you mentioned, with some of that Dayquil, and decided to go take my airplane from Camarillo to Santa Barbara.
Billy? Oh, my God.
You flew?
How are you alive? Did you pass out while flying?
Billy, are you there?
Oh.
Is he okay? Oh, get up, Shatner.
Look how concerned Heidi is.
Yeah.
I go... Oh.
Billy? We're back, Billy.
He's overacting.
Okay, maybe he's
really committing to it.
Hi, David.
Hey, guys. Frank's Army. Me and my girlfriend were supposed to be on a diet, and I stopped off at the gas station to grab an ice cream, and I took a big bite of the ice cream, and I guess what it did is it froze my esophagus, and I started blacking out. And the last thing I remember thinking was, I hope I don't pass out. I woke up 2 hours later just sitting in the gas station. Nobody helped me. Nobody tapped on the glass. My girlfriend thought I was cheating on her because I was missing for 2 hours.
So, you have no recollection. It's like a time warp. Those 2 hours.
Yeah, I thought I just... It didn't even feel like I passed out. I just woke up.
Did she think she was cheating on her with a guy because your shirt was covered with white cream scab?
And the chocolate, you're like, what? What were the two of you doing?
Samuel email saying, hi, guys. At work, we play Uno, and our lead likes to fart and laugh about it. One day, he does that, and just like Frosty, he passes out while laughing. When he came back, all he said was, what happened? To which I answered, you have to pick up 4 cards.
Greg, you're with Frosty, Heidi, and Frank.
Funny show, ladies and Frank.
Good, I'll die more often.
Hey, Frosty, you may want to, revise your statement to your doctor when you go in, because doctors have a mandated reporting status. If you have syncope, whether you're driving or not, they will report you to the DMV.
What is syncope?
Passing out.
No, it's patient confidentiality, isn't it?
Nope. They have a mandated reporting status.
So if you go to the doctor and say I passed out, you lose your license.
You'll get a notice from the DMV saying your license has been suspended for 6 months for medical reasons, syncope, and then you'll have to see a neurologist.
So now I have to lie to my doctor. Great.
Just say you got lightheaded, but then again, you've told the whole world.
But this is acting. This is all
funnin'.
It's all theatrical.
And the other thing is, anybody knows you shouldn't be drinking on those medications, prescription or not, and with high blood pressure.
Okay,
so
Greg,
what are you doing?
Greg, we all know this. We all know.
But
and
why
most
would
of
you
us
do that?
anyway. Look, I'm not the only one on the planet who does this. Come on.
I don't mix cold medication
Yeah,
and
and guess
alcohol.
what? You shouldn't get behind the wheel and drive home after happy hour either, Miss Wine. We all do things we know are wrong.
You have a death wish, don't you? But
no.
You don't have the balls to pull a trigger.
Are you kidding me?
So he eats.
The fact I'm taking the blood pressure medicine and then Lipitor tells you I want to live.
No, not when you're putting things on top of that make them not do any good and actually counteract. If Robitussin makes your blood pressure go up anyway, then you're hurting yourself.
Well, I didn't know this.
And you're chugging it. You thought chugging it was okay?
You know why? Because look how old I am. My whole life, I mean this, back to the time when I was a little kid. Mom would hand me a bottle of Dayquil. I'd go chug it. I've always chugged stuff like that. I've always chugged my Robitussin.
Well, she was trying to kill you, too. She didn't have the balls to drive the car anyway.
I don't think you're supposed to mix Robitussin and Dayquil. I don't think you're supposed to mix two different... I think one is supposed to
You're probably right.
catch everything.
Yeah, because you're taking one to solve the symptoms of everything.
Right.
So if you take two, it doesn't really mean you're
just
really solving them.
You're overdosing on all the stuff that's in there.
Yeah, and if I
take 15 daily vitamins, I must be really getting all the vitamins I need and minerals.
No,
I was doing it for the show, guys. The extra dose of cough medicine, thanks to Robitussin, was to not cough during the radio show.
How about stay home?
I wouldn't do it if I were home.
Yeah, how about stay home?
If you're sick.
If you got a crazy cold, stay home.
Well, by gosh, I will next time.
I was going to call in sick this morning if I still felt like I did all day yesterday. I'd been like, I'm totally prepared to not go in because I'm sick.
On the show, all the years we've been together, we've had this I don't know, what's the word? Maybe it's foolish pride. We have shown up for work. We've been troopers and soldiers and shown up. We've been on death's door many times.
I've called in sick.
A couple times.
I left sick one day.
A couple times, and me once or twice.
I left my house on fire.
But most people use all their 6 days every year. We never do.
Mm-hmm.
We never do. We show up.
And it's so silly. Anybody you talk to goes, that's dumb. If you got sick days, use them. You got personal days, use them. What? Where's that?
You're going to kill yourself
stupid pride.
because you're going to be here. Why? Why?
Because I love my career and my job.
What kind of career and job do you have if you're dead on the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know this now. Don't lecture the corpse.
You get a job as a doorstop.
Would you stop kicking the man when he's down and passed out? I know this now. I know. I'm wiser today than I was.
Are you scared? I mean, honestly, no BS. Are you scared?
What
happened to you on Friday?
I'm concerned, but no, I'm not scared, Frank. If I didn't...
If I were you, I'd be scared.
Here's what I'm saying. If I didn't have bellies full of Dayquil, Robitussin, blood pressure and Lipitor in my veins, and whiskey in my belly, if I didn't know, and laugh myself and deprive myself of oxygen, if I didn't know what caused it, I'd be scared. If I were just at home on nothing, feeling fine, and wake up an hour later, I'd be scared. But I know what caused it.
It's kind of like that Biggest Loser this season, where the first episode, guy gets on a treadmill for 2 minutes with no trainer involved, but he wasn't really running or anything. 2 minutes on a treadmill, and he passes out. So you're saying the treadmill is what's bad for him.
No, the guy...
So he shouldn't be scared about his health because he knows it was the treadmill, so to stay away from treadmills, you're okay.
No, that guy knows why he passed out. He passed out because he was working out. If he were just sitting on his living room chair and slithered onto the floor, then he'd be really scared.
So if walking on a treadmill made me pass out to where they're slapping me in the face on national television, I would be scared. My God, I am 2 minutes away from death. If my heart rate gets up to 80% of my, what it's supposed to be, I'm going to just have a heart attack or pass out and die. What if I'm on a boat fishing?
Right.
What if you were sitting in a boat laughing your ass off and you fell in the water? you're dead.
You'd be thrown apart.
What if you're by your pool at home alone, and you're over there laughing and sitting there with your dog licking your face?
I have to stop laughing in my pool now. I can't laugh on my floaty anymore.
I wouldn't even be next to my pool if I were you, if I passed out.
No.
I wouldn't even go into the water.
Yeah,
I wouldn't get on a raft.
Yeah, that's happened once, so I would be very careful.
I'd drain it.
Then I'd fall in and break my neck.
I'd drain it and put a baby fence around it.
How about a trampoline? Boing, boing, boing.
You can get those spiderweb nets over it. Put a spiderweb net over it and drain it.
No, I'll just fill it in and make it a garden of some kind. Maybe it can be buried in it. It's about the right size. Put a lid on it.
Pre-dug hole. Oh, there I am being insensitive again. I'm sorry.
Put it in the pool and start shoveling in dirt.
Make sure my head's at the shallow end. I don't want all the blood to rush to my head when I'm laying there for eternity.
But on the tape, you could hear who was concerned and who wasn't.
Oh, BS.
And it was you, Frank. Thank you, buddy.
Aren't you surprised by that?
Yes, I am.
You thought I wouldn't stand up for you with, if we were out and someone made fun of you, I wouldn't stand up for you. And look at that. I was the one going, is he okay, really? And Heidi's like, I don't even care.
How about, please? How about you stand up and walk over to your old pal, and make sure he's okay? You didn't leave your post either, my friend.
Well, you didn't.
Well, I can't. I'm driving the ship.
Oh, you weren't.
Iceberg.
We were parked at the time.
We're Frosty, Heidi, and Frank.
This is 97.1 FM Talk.
Frosty, Heidi, and Frank during those fine commercials. One was for Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, and we're going to be there. First time we've told you that. The show is there live. Let's see, a week from Friday, I believe.
That's
Friday.
always fun.
The 23rd of Friday. 23rd of this month, Friday. We're there doing the show, as usual, starting at 10. Now, if you want to go the night before, which is maybe smart, you can get a room for a really, really good price. Great rooms there.
Oh, my God, beautiful. I've had some fun in those rooms.
And you can get a room for just $69.
Me.
And others.
If you use our password when you call them, use the password FHF69.
Oh, I get it. I get what they're trying to do there.
And you get a room for $69. It's FHF69.
Almost made myself pass out.
I passed out at the Morongo for completely different reasons.
Morongo Casino's off the 10 freeway. Cabs on exit. We'll be there with a live show Friday, the 23rd of this month. That will be fun.
So you're going down the night before, like we normally do? We go down the night before as well, spend the night, then get up and do the show. You don't want to drive down there that morning. So, definitely come out and party the night before with us.
Meantime, your call's 888-520-9710. Richie, what's going on?
Hey, Happy New Year, Frank Darby.
Hey, Richie.
Hey, baby.
Frosty, you foodie bastard.
What?
Hey, you know what? You have a free pass to take a day off for the gay day, so you should have taken that off.
What's this gay stuff?
When's gay day?
There's no gayness here.
When is it?
It's already passed. Remember gays called in sick to work?
Oh, yeah.
How'd that go? Did that prove anything?
Heidi came to work that day.
Which proves maybe I'm not really gay.
So now
I'm
that's
just a bad gay. I'm clueless.
Did that prove anything? No.
No, it was on and gone. Never heard about it again. Angela says, would you take Rudy Dog if Frosty kicks the bucket? I think it's the question to me. No, I'd put Rudy to sleep and throw him in the hole with Frosty.
Oh, for God's sake.
Like an old pharaoh was buried with his...
Yeah,
even if the cat or dog wasn't sick, you got killed anyway.
Yeah, I'd throw Rudy Dog in the hole with you.
Actually, okay, it's fine.
Wouldn't you want that?
You'd like that.
Yeah, I would like to spend eternity snuggling with my dog.
Yeah.
But don't kill him. I mean, just wait till...
Bury him alive with you?
We got to leave the hole open?
Yeah, bury him alive. Egyptian. Bury him alive with you.
His last meal is me.
Oh, boy.
Hello, Jake. What's up?
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Hey, Jake.
Frosty, I don't really blame you for doing that, man, because, one time I was on a blunt or so, and then I took a couple shots of NyQuil, 2 extension PMs, and I believe I was drinking whiskey, too, so.
Oh, my.
See?
What happened to you, Jake?
Nothing happened to me. I mean, I believe I was 20 at the time when I did it, and I was just feeling really good, just a little drowsy, and then an hour or so later, just knocked out.
Well, that NyQuil gets... See, that's the thing. Because I've done this my whole life, I can't do the stuff I did in my 20s. My body is older and exhausted.
Of course.
And sick. So maybe when I was 22 years old, I could chug NyQuil and chug Robitussin and chug whiskey at the same time and be fine in the way that I could drink 12 beers back then and not have a hangover the next day. Now 12 beers, I'm unconscious the next day. So I can't do the stuff I used to do. I'm going to follow the directions of my medicine.
Well, this is a life lesson. It's right. You've learned a lesson.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, Frosty, Heidi, and Frank. How are you guys?
What's up, Mike?
I called in to give you my story about passing out. I went with my wife to our hospital. She was admitted because she was having some issues with her pre-pregnancy, but it hadn't been confirmed that we were going to have a child. So they hooked her up to the IV, then hooked her up to the sonogram, and they were checking out the baby. That's the first time that I realized we were going to have another one. And, man, I just started getting woozy, and she had the IV, and I was holding the bag. I gave it to my wife, and before I knew it, man, I hit the ground, and I just woke up saying, where am I? There's a bunch of nurses around me, and they said, you're at the hospital. But I do have a suggestion for Frosty to maybe cope with the passing out. If you got a fair amount of liposuction in your neck, it would help with the compression against your jugular and maybe open up more air to your
Get your neck sucked.
No, I think I need all this fat around my face to cushion my head when I fall.
That
I've got my own
saved
fat
you
pillow.
From breaking your
It's
neck.
like a helmet of fat around my head and neck. I've never passed out because of news. That's a little bit top dramatic.
What if the doctor found something like this is just the first time you pass out, but now you're going to have these random pass out, episodes.
Look at you salivating.
This will be fun.
The doctor recommended, prescribed you a helmet to wear everywhere you go. Would you do it?
Well, I don't know. But I look stupider.
Well,
that hair or a helmet?
Can I still drink my milkshakes through it?
You can put the hair over the helmet.
I'm sure you meant headphones.
Would you do it? If that was, you don't know when you're going to fall down. You know where you're going to be. And remember when Jet Travolta had the seizure? Initial reports was he hit his head on the bathtub.
Right.
And that's what killed him. So you could be standing around anything hard, coffee table, sharp edge. You got to wear a helmet because you don't know what's going to happen.
You are lucky all that was soft over there. Soft wall, soft chair.
Maybe I should redecorate my house in some sort of sponge and Nerf motif.
It'd be better than what you got going on now.
Like live in a squishy palace. Yeah, I'd probably start wearing the helmet, but I also dress like a biker so I wouldn't look stupid. There's Frosty. You just must have showed up on his Harley.
You and
Or his Honda Gold.
What is your condition?
How should I know? I'm retarded.
Okay, we've heard enough clips from 24.
That Jack Bauer's got some range.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, baby.
That show's all over the place.
Frosty, Heidi, and Frank.
This is 97.1 FM Talk.
Get complete shows from Adam Carolla, Frosty, Heidi, and Frank, Danny Bonaducci, Tom Likas, and more. Just go to 97.1fmtalk.com and subscribe with iTunes.